everyone, and welcome back to the Altenew YouTube channel. It's Erica with you today, and I don't know why I cannot say that normally, but anyway, I'm a little bit excited today because I'm going to give you a few sneak peeks of something coming in February, which I know is only a few days away. So in the February release, we are going to be talking, well, we have some stuff coming up, but in today's video, we are going to be talking about foam tape. Now you might be thinking, okay, listen girl, I already know about this product. This is not new. No, you are indeed correct, yo. However, this instant dimension foam tape has gone and gotten itself a family. Yes! So we have our already available one, which is a 1/2 inch wide. Now we are getting an additional 1 inch width and a 1/4 inch width. Yes, we are. So each roll is 49 feet, which I'm not great with numbers, but so maybe about 5-ish meters. Actually, I'm going to be doing a little bit of calculation and I will put the right number in meters here. Anyway, so super, super exciting stuff because options are good, right? We like options. So we are going to have 3 different widths available for all of your crafting needs. Now they are a 1/16 of an inch thick. So if you want thicker and higher, you just lay them up. Easy peasy. So right now I'm going to try to calm it down a little bit because we are going to take a couple of fun backgrounds. And I made 2 already off camera. So I've made this green one with the scattered tiles stencils, and I've used Parrot and Bamboo, and then I have splattered a little bit of gold from the watercolor pan. So this is the 14 set. So on this one I used this yellow gold here, which is gold pearl. So it looks really, really nice, and it goes so well with that kind of like yellowy greeny. So good. Yes. And then I made this one with the stencil art Nature Splashes. This is one of my favorite stencil sets because it is so, so cool. So with this one, I have used these inks, which I forget the name of this actual color family, but it's a spectacular shade of blue. Okay, or shades of blues. Look at these. So we have Misty Morning, Cloudy Sky, Nimbus, and Dark Night. So on this one, I have used all 4 of the colors. And on the, I didn't use all of the stencils, actually. So in this set, there is 6 stencils. So I have used stencil 1, 2, 3. And then I skipped number 4, which are leaves. And then I've used number 5, and I skipped number 6, which has sentiments. So on this one here, I used 4 out of the 6 stencils. And then the final layer, which is number 5, I moved it around a little bit to create more kind of interest here. And then I have also splattered the white gold, it's a sterling silver even, of the metallic watercolors on that, just to kind of add a little bit of that shimmer and sparkle, because we all like shimmer and sparkle, right? You know. And speaking of shimmer and sparkle, okay, so this is our second preview of a couple of products coming in February. So you might have seen a few little things already about the shimmer relief paste. Yes. So we have here a gorgeous gold. This is called Enchanted Gold. And I used the scattered tiles stencil again. So I ink blended twice, but with a much, much lighter hand. And then on the second stencil, I have added I haven't gone like full on coverage with the paste because I wanted the tiles to kind of just have like a little bit of gold here and there. And I mean, some of them are like proper covered, but you can see it's just like a little bit random, like a touch, an accent of gold rather than like all over. So 2 different ways of adding like sparkle and shimmer on this with this one here. And then for a second panel of this, yes, I have gone ahead and I've done almost the exact same ink blending, except I skipped stencil number 5. So I've used 1, 2, and 3. And then with stencil number 5, instead of adding with ink, I have used antique silver. And I did mess up here a little bit, but you know, now that it's dry, it's actually kind of looking really cool. So, and this paste, it dries really solid, and then it just gives this fantastic like tactile sensation. So really, really cool. So we have 4 backgrounds that we're going to do something fun with today. So we're going to put all of this stuff away, and then we are going to do something with these. And I thought I might do something with like a little bit more of a masculine touch, because I'm not great at masculine cards, but I figured, hey, why not? Well, we are on a roll. We're gonna take another step outside of our comfort box, and we're gonna do something slightly different. Now, I will actually be using the You Are Loved word die, and I'm thinking I'm gonna go for like either like a black, just to kind of make it a little bit like hard and tough, but we'll see. Maybe a gold on this one, we'll see. Anyway, now I before we do anything else, we're gonna talk a little bit more about the foam tape. Okay. Yes. So now when you cut foam tape, it's not like, you know, normal tape or like even the sheets, you know, you can get like the what are they called? The adhesive sheets. So when you peel this off your roll here, you get one side that has the backing tape, and then one side that is the sticky stuff. Now, if you try to cut your foam tape like right off the bat like this, you're going to get sticky scissors. And I'm here to tell you that you do not have to put up with that. No, you do not. So what we're going to do is, and you might need to start doing this from now on. I don't know if you've already been doing this, but you need to take something kind of like, so this is the backing tape of double-sided tape. And this happens to be a 2-inch wide one. This is from a Spanish brand, because I live in Spain. So I've been saving these from panels that it's essentially, you know, putting on the back of like card panels like this. And then I peel these off and stick it down onto my card base. And then I keep these because these come in super, super handy when it comes time to cut your foam tape. So we're going to put our foam tape onto strips like this. And I will show you, actually, I'm going to demonstrate right now. And a size that we need a little bit more of is, we're going to do the white one. Okay, so with the 1-inch wide one, it's going to be a little bit tricky because we're actually going to try to get 2 strips onto a 2-inch wide piece of backing tape here. So we're going to need to be really smart about how we're placing it, unless you want to just go like smack in the middle like that. Now, when you then try to cut this, we're not gonna do rookie mistakes, and we're gonna cut here. No. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna turn this over, and we are actually gonna cut down here like so, because then you're still cutting on this, and it doesn't matter. It just cuts off. It really doesn't matter. Nope. But now we're gonna try to do 2 on one here. So we're gonna take this, and we're going to go as close to the edge as we can here, like that. And then we're going to turn this over again, and we're going to cut as close to the edge here as we can, like that. And then we're going to turn this over again, and we're going to add the second strip here. Now, if you feel like you can't get this quite close enough, and it will be a little bit sticking out here, so we need to turn this around this way now. Like that. You can always then, if you have a second one, like just place it like that, and then it's not going to stick to everything, but you might need to like just hold it together. But anyway, we are kind of getting not off topic, but that is one of my absolute top tips when it comes to cutting foam tape, and this will not let you down. It really won't. So what we're going to do now is we are going to take these card bases, and I don't know if I'm going to bore you by making all of these on screen, but what I will do is we're going to take this one, I think, and what we're going to do is we're going to chop this, but not just like one angle. No, we're going to do a little bit of different pieces. We're going to add foam tape and we're going to layer up so we have everything on different layers here. And then you're going to see just what a difference foam tape makes. Okay, first things first, what we're going to do is we're going to take this and we're going to decide what is going to be up and what's going to be down. And I think this is going to make more sense to be the bottom. Yeah, okay. So now we're going to be brave. Okay, so we are going to, we're not going to overthink this. Okay, we're just going to go, oh. Okay, so one piece, and then maybe like that, and why not? Let's go like that as well. Okay, right now we're gonna take a card base, and we're gonna try to remember where all of these pieces went. And now I cannot remember. What? Oh no. Okay. No, so this one was definitely here. Okay, and then this one is there. Okay, all right. Good thing I'm good at puzzles. And then, okay, now we go. All right. Okay, panic over. Now we're going to take all of our foam tape here. And we might start with this one, seeing as it's a little bit like off the edge here. And then we're going to just turn our pieces over. Actually, you know what? We don't need to puzzle right now. We are going to, but we are going to puzzle, but in a different way. In a different way. So now we are going to kind of measure where the sizes that we need to get to. Okay, so we need to get a little bit like of an angle there. So that's pretty good. And then we're gonna chop. I'll tell you what, we'll zoom in a little bit. There we go. This is straight. This is not straight. Okay, there we go. A little bit better. Okay. All right, so this piece we are going to place right there. And then our next big piece, let's see if we got anything. This might work. Okay, so a little bit of an angle there again. And it helps if you cut all the way through as well. It does. Okay. And, ooh, look, okay. Perfect. Okay. So here we need again a little bit of an angle. Okay, all right, here we go. We're getting somewhere. And I'm wondering, we'll do one of these pieces here because they will fit kind of perfect. Okay, angle. There we go. Oops, might have gone a little bit too short here. No big deal. We have plenty. We have plenty. So we will be fine. Okay, and here we're gonna go in like that. Okay. Now then, this one, we're gonna do this piece here, I think. And then we are just gonna keep on going like this until all of our pieces are covered. Yeah. So get puzzling. Right, so with this piece, what we're going to do is we're going to actually double up. So we're going to take all of these off. And then we're just going to cut out as close to as we can get the same pieces. And we're going to just plonk them right on top of these ones. So we already have like our blueprint almost, if you like. So here we are going to go So about that size and about that angle. Ooh, okay. This is a little bit of a sticky business. And it doesn't matter if you get it, you know, not completely perfect. We're going to make it work. We are going to make it work. Okay, and this one might actually be pretty much perfect as it is. Okay, a little bit too long. So what we're going to do is we're going to slide this backing paper in there, and then we're going to try to simply, oops, snip it off. So we're just going to try to get that in between the scissors and the actual foam tape, and then snip. So there we go. Okay, and nearly there. We are going to quickly finish off these last few little pieces, and then it is time to actually start assembling the whole kind of background. So now, if you are getting worried thinking, oh, there's no way I'm going to get these onto my card base without, you know, getting them messed up. I have another little top trick for you here. So what we're going to do first of all, so we're going to take off all of the backing tape, and then we are going to take a little bit of liquid glue. So if you got a really steady hand and a good eye, by all means, just go for it. If you are a little bit nervous and you think, there's no way I'm going to get these on straight, what you want to do is you want to take a little bit of liquid glue and try to cover as much as your foam tape as you can. It doesn't have to be a thick layer, but this will ensure that you will get an extra few precious seconds to align your pieces up straight. So it seems a little bit crazy to add like adhesive onto adhesive, but this one works. Now we are going to keep on adding our puzzle pieces here. So we got one that is straight onto our card base. We have two which have got the just 1/16 of a width or height of foam tape, and then we have our one piece with double height foam tape. So this is going to be a really fun, like graphic looking card, and I'm already loving where this is going, and I'm really hoping that you're finding this inspiring too. Now this is one way of just taking a plain background and just really taking it up to a whole other level, or two or three. Actually, we had 3 different levels on this card, so yes, look at that. So with the second panel, I glued it down completely flat, so it is essentially a 1-layer card, and I have done the same with my first panel of this. So I decided to make this one flat, seeing as it's got a lot going on already in the background, and then with this one we are going to again chop 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 chop, but what I'm thinking this time is we're going to do maybe 1 1/4 inch, or like 1 1/8 of an inch, so that we can do one, you know, this foam tape, and kind of do like, we're gonna chop 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 this way. I don't know how it's gonna turn out, but I think we're gonna give it a go. We're gonna give it a go and see what happens. So we're gonna get my little trimmer, and we're going to be brave. We're gonna be brave. It's gonna be fine. It is just paper. Oh, okay. And then maybe, right, we'll do so a little bit more than 1/2 of an inch. Okay. Oh, right. Okay. And another one of these. Whew. All right. Okay, well, what I was thinking as well was maybe on this one, we will do a little bit of Dark Knight cardstock and kind of offset just a little bit. It took a little bit more puzzling because I didn't factor in the offsetting, that it was going to take off a little bit more space of each one of these strips. So that is something to bear in mind. If you wanted to do this, do as I do and not as I say. So we're going to zoom in a little bit again, and then we're going to get our foam tape out. And I might So 1, 2, no, okay, so 2, we're good. Okay, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, we are all set. Okay, brilliant. Okay, we're going to speed things up a little bit because I am so aware of the fact that we're already 20 minutes into this video. And if you're still here, thank you. I'm super grateful that you are still here and that you're hanging in there. Gold star and a cookie to you. So obviously here on the back of all of these strips, we are just going to add our foam tape, and then we're going to just put them back into order so that we know where they're going to go. And I did actually cut out the part where I glued the cardstock to my card base. And here, what we're going to do is we're going to use our brilliant Altenew crafting mat and the grid to make sure that we put our strips on relatively straight and with about the same amount of gap in between them. You can do the same thing here and use a little bit of liquid adhesive if you're a bit nervous. Right, as mentioned in the beginning of the video, I'm going to be using the You Are Loved die cut because, you know, we need to tell people we love them, don't we? So and I also need to kind of branch out into like masculine. I'm not so great with masculine cards. However, I'm going to make basically 4 masculine You Are Loved cards today. I know the pressures I put on myself. And I have die cut out a few, who am I kidding? Okay. I have a problem. I have a serious problem. I have a gold one. I have a silver one. I have 4 white ones. I have one in, or actually I have 2 in, one in Nimbus and one in Dark Night. 2 in Dark Night, sorry. Because I apparently I have absolutely no willpower to stop. So once I'm on a roll, it just carries on and on. So we are going to try to make this as quick and painless as possible. So we are going to stack a couple of these up, and I thought this would be really nice. So we're not going to use any black whatsoever. It's just going to be blues and silvers, greens, whites, and gold, to kind of keep that sort of soft look. And I thought instead of, so this is just a random piece of silver, matte silver cardstock that I found in my stash. So I thought, you know what, we're gonna use it. And I thought it could be nice to kind of just stack this slightly off so that you get that like silvery shadow, just to kind of help like with the background there. And yeah, I think so. And then maybe just a gold one on this one here. And perhaps, or we do what? No, not a white one. So a gold one. We might have to cut out another gold one. Oh my God. I told you I have a problem. It's a serious problem. So on this one, what we're going to do is we're going to stack a couple. So if we do another gold, what we'll do is we'll stack it with one of the white ones just to kind of give it a little bit of sturdiness. And then on these pieces here, just to make sure that it doesn't drop or droop too much, we are going to add a little bit of the foam tape. And this is where the really skinny one is going to come in, super handy. So we are going to and add to the bit here, or to the back of these, so that everything is level. So it's going to be a little bit of a puzzle game, but that's fine. I've already established the puzzles are good. So I'll tell you what, we're going to do these 2 quickly first, because here I know what I'm doing. I know what is happening. So let's put these 2 together quickly now. So, you know those famous last words, I know what I'm doing. Yeah. So, I did at this point think, you know what, I do know what I'm doing. However, of course I had no clue. But what I wanted to do, so at this point, the idea was, you know what, we're going to stack these 2. So one is going to have the Dark Night underneath as to be like a dark shadow for the Nimbus one. And then this one was going to have the Dark Night on top of the silver to give it that like silver shadow. And then when I puzzled these 2 together, I popped them under my work mat to make sure that they dry flat. And then that's where you see like the little flap going up there. And this one is like, okay, yeah, easy peasy. We're just going to add the gold one on top of the white one to give it that sturdiness, as I mentioned before. And this one is also going to go under the work mat to dry flat. Here I was like, what am I going to do? Gold again? No. So I decided to ink blend this one with the green in an ombre, of course. So I grabbed the sticky mat from my stamp wheel, and because this holds that word dye into place, so I'm not going to get those like weird creasy lines when the paper bends. So I also did a blue one because I was on a roll and I cannot be stopped. I'm sorry. Okay, but I'm hoping that you're living vicariously through my crafting and, you know, saying like, I like this, I like that, I don't like that, I don't like that. So take notes, okay? So now I sort of know what I'm doing. Okay, now we're actually like on the finish line of this. So we're gonna glue these down and we are going to, oh yeah, okay, so I did have to cut another one out of Dark Night to be the shadow for the ombre ink blended blue one. Yeah. Oh, and now I'm going to show you a really neat trick. Okay, so we're going to take a spare one of these. I know I have one because I got so many. Okay. And now we're going to pop that into place where our ink blended ombre one is going to go. And then we are going to mark off where all of our different heights are. So we're going to use a pencil and we're going to draw some very, very light line. It doesn't really matter actually because this one is going to go underneath that ombre one to give it that kind of sturdiness. But this is going to give us a map of where our foam tape is going to go. So we're going to take our skinny one, and even though it's already very skinny, we are going to cut this in half because some of these like actual lines are very, very skinny. So we need very fine pieces. And then we're going to puzzle these into onto the back. In the pattern where all of the pieces are going to go. Now we do need to make note of where the double layer piece is going to go, because obviously on that one we do not want any, and then on the two pieces that have the one layer we want just one sort of matching layer, and then on the piece that is completely flat on the card base, that's where we need to double our foam tape so that we all get it onto the same level as our ink blended background piece that has two layers. So there is a little bit of another kind of like a mental puzzle as well. So it's not just like puzzling the pieces together, we're now puzzling height wise as well. But this is going to look phenomenal. It takes a little bit of extra time, granted, yes. However, now we're going to take our little piece here and we're going to take our card base or our background, and we are going to, before you try to glue it all down, we are going to puzzle it into place. And there we go. 2 thumbs up. Yay! It fits perfect. Now we can take the backing off and we can slide this into place. You can, again here, use the liquid adhesive on top of the foam tape trick if you're worried that it's just not going to go straight into place on the first go. But I did manage. Yay! But here are our 4 finished cards. So I propped this one up with, I think, 2 pieces of the white ones. So the background has got that nice, gorgeous shimmer paste. This one has got all of the layers and the ink blended word dye and also some dog hairs because I have dogs. So really, really personalized card. And this one, we have got all of those strips on different layers and, not different layers, different widths. And on top of that dark blue cardstock to give it that extra depth. And then this one is pretty flat. So the only extra on top of that card base is you got your background and then 2 word dyes on top of each other. So it's almost a 1 layer card, almost. But anyway, that is it from me for today. It is a 30-minute video. If you are still here, do have yourself another cookie and pat on your back. And if you have the energy, I would love to hear what you think. Which card is your favorite? I am leaning towards this one actually here, which is surprising considering I love blues, but I also love textures and layers. So, ooh, it's just, yeah, I really, really like how this one turned out. But those 2 blue ones, yeah, they're pretty good as well. So, I don't know. I'm like, ooh, and the gold. Yeah, it's nice, isn't it? But yeah, Anyway, would absolutely love to hear which one is your favorite. Did you learn something through all of these processes and all of my musings and my do's and don'ts? I would love to get your feedback, and I will see you very soon again. Bye for now.
Hey there, Lydia here. I really do hope that you've just enjoyed the video. If so, please subscribe to the Altenew YouTube channel. Also, turn on the notification bell so you can get your daily dose of crafty techniques and tutorials just like this. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.